What I was going to show you, if anybody's planning on doing any kind of work to a baler, get you a service manual. If you can't find one for the particular baler you got, if you're having problems with knotters, get this service manual. Standard and heavy duty baler knotters. It is just full of good information and pictures. If you can see that very well. It's labeled just about everything on the knotter assembly. Tells you how to raise it and all this stuff. Twine disc installation, which I'll have to read pretty good. And removal. Very, very good information. These knotters are complicated pieces of equipment, and you can easily get them out of time. And you know, if these discs right here are out of time, it won't hold the twine, and so forth. So I wouldn't recommend anybody that don't have a manual, that's never had much foolings with knotters, to attempt to tear down a set of knotters and replace stuff, because there are hidden pins in there you got to remove and all kinds of stuff. If you leave something out, it's not going to work right, and it's just going to make you mad. Anyway, enough with shop safety. I'm going to get started this morning. Taking off, trying to get these screw bolt things out. And I think they're bolts. I think they have nuts on the end of them. So actually getting to the back of them is going to be a real pain in the butt. And I was going to show you my hay stops. If you can see, they are wore out, and 4 of them on here. Every one of them. Some of them pour out more than others, but those go inside here where those 2 holes are at the bottom. There's 2 on each side, 2 on this side, 2 on that side, and it helps keep the hay from moving backwards too, in addition to the hay dogs, the bottom dog and the top dogs. There's 3 on the top. Right there's 1, 2. Well, I guess there's only 2 on the top. No, there's the other one. There's 3 over. Those are very important pieces of equipment. There's actually a place, that's where 2 of them go. Right here is a place for another one to go, so you'd have a total of 6. This baler didn't have 2 in the back end, but I may put 2 more in here, depending on how well it works without them, to see if I can help keep the bale straight, because I've been having trouble in very loose bales of, well, not loose bales, but loose hay like Bermuda, light hay, with the bales twisting, coming out. And it could be a combination of not having the tension adjusted right, and one side's too tight than the other one. So we'll wait and see if I can get that straightened out. And so let's get started on getting these bolts out. Well, just as I suspected, all these are nuts on the back of these bolts, and I don't know how in the world they were ever put on there in the first place, because you only have one hole you can stick your hand in, unless you get way back in yonder. Well, that ain't happening. And I sure don't want to have to pull this pickup off, because I'd probably never be able to get it back on right. So it only leaves one option: grinding heads. Damn it. But probably the quickest and easiest way of getting them off. Now, getting them back on will be a different story, but maybe I can figure out something better by then. Well, I got my bolt heads ground off. I hadn't got them punched out yet. And one of them punches there. And I did something pretty stupid. I was grinding without gloves on, and I ended up burning the living hell out of my hand on this bolt right here. While it was still ground, I was grinding on it. Had about half of it ground down. I thought I smelled something burning, so I leaned over to look under here and set my hand down right on top of that damn bolt. And it's, I got me some burn cream on there, but it is burning like holy hell. Well, I did manage to finish those other 3. Now I'm going to go get a punch and punch them out. Okay, so we got a punch. I'm thinking this punch is probably going to be too big. Just right. Yep, yep. Well, that's it. That's it. Got them all out. Now, to get this side undone is going to be a major pain in the butt. Well, she's off finally. Had to take my trusty Craftsman cordless sawzall. I could use the other one, I'd have to go get it. And saws all these 2 bolts off. This one was already gone. That made me see a little bit better on my hand. It is still throbbing. So I didn't replace this piece in front. That was another piece I could replace, but it looked like it was pretty solid. So I just bought a piece to replace this top here. And it is completely gone on this side. And almost completely gone on this side. So lots of work to do. I want to get in here and clean this hay out. And I think I'm going to go get my pressure washer and clean it up real good today. Let it dry and start again on it tomorrow. Well, I finished pressure washing. I don't know which got wetter, me or the baler. One thing I have learned about pressure washing hay is it just moves from one spot to another. Found a lot more rust, but I did manage to get most of the grime off, except for down there. I'm going to take a scrape blade to it. It's just too thick. Now I found my floor is rotted about slap out. I didn't order a floor. I think I can get a floor, but I think what I'm going to do is just form me up some sheet metal and put on there and pop rivet it in. And right there, it looks like Swiss cheese down through there. It's a wonder it ain't fell out. I got some sheet metal there that's fairly thick, and then I've got a roll of sheet metal up there. So one of them 2 I'm going to put on here, fix this floor. I may just cut me a piece of that. It's like 1/8 of an inch thick metal. And we'll go from there with it. Stay tuned. Tomorrow I'll try to get this top in. Next video.